Bring in our own Phil Lebeau. He is standing by with Alaska Airlines CEO Ben Minicucci. Welcome to both of you, Phil.
Thanks, Kelly. Ben, let me, with that setup, ask you the first question, which is, you miss on Q3 versus estimates. You guide lower than the street is expecting for Q4. What's the issue?
Well, good morning, Phil and Kelly. Thanks for having me. Let me give you context on Q3. We finished Q3 with a pre-tax margin of 11.4%. That is directly in line with Delta and United. And we didn't have the international tailwinds those network carriers had. We were facing headwinds with the Maui fires. 4% of our capacity in our network is in Maui. And we were facing higher fuel than the rest of the country because the refining margins on the West Coast are 30 cents a gallon higher. So despite those headwinds and not having the international tailwind, we had a solid result for Q3, and I'm really satisfied with that. Heading to Q4, to answer your question, Phil, we still have those fuel headwinds. We still have the headwinds from the Maui fires. So, we guided to a little lower in Q4, but our full year pre-tax margin is still healthy at a 7 to 8% for the full year.
Ben, look, it was just about a month and a half ago you guys issued guidance, and then you come in with Q3 lower than your guidance. Is revenue slowing down? Did you notice a shift in terms of demand when you went from August into September?
What we saw, Phil, was close-in demand not being as strong as it was in previous months. So close-in demand was not as strong coming into September as it was from, a previous quarter. What we are seeing is in the peak periods like Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's actually still quite strong. Demand is still strong. What we're seeing is the shoulders. The shoulders, we are seeing some pricing moderation in the shoulders. And I think the combination of that, the combination of higher fuel, again, for us uniquely with Hawaii and Maui, that's why we reduced our guidance going into the fourth quarter.
I want to ask you about Hawaii and Maui. I just listened on the conference call, and you guys outlined that you're seeing some rebound in demand there. Obviously, Maui is its own unique situation, but you have so much exposure to all of the islands of Hawaii. Paint a picture in terms of what the demand looks like.
So we have 12% of our capacity to the islands. We have over 30 flights a day to Hawaii every day. About 4%, a third of that capacity is in Maui right now. And I'll tell you, Phil, I was there because Maui's my favorite island. I was there actually vacationing when the fires actually hit. It was catastrophic, and my heart still goes out to the people who lost so much there. But we're totally committed to Hawaii. It is bouncing back. It was a $20 million impact in Q3 for us. It'll be roughly an $18 million impact in Q4. But we're starting to see bookings finally go from negative to positive for Maui. So as it starts coming up, as they're rebuilding Lahaina, I think we're going to start seeing an improving trend in Maui. But again, Hawaii is a hugely important franchise for us, being on the West Coast.
Ben, we're showing your stock chart right now. Look, it's an ugly chart. There's no faith among investors in airlines, including Alaska right now. How do you change that narrative?
Well, Phil, I think for Alaska, in terms of a domestic-focused airline, we're uniquely positioned. If you look at, there's a lot of talk about the customers shifting to a more premium product. Well, that's what Alaska has. We have over 300 airplanes in our fleet. 25% of our seats are either first class or premium class. We offer a saver fare as well. We're part of a global alliance with One World. We have lounges, of course, partner lounges across the entire world. So we are uniquely distinguished from our other domestic competitors across the country. We're more closely aligned with the network carriers. So I still feel really strongly that our business model is well positioned and resilient to take advantage of the recovery here into 2024.
Ben, I know it's not been a good stretch here for you guys. We appreciate you joining us on the day that you report earnings. Kelly, I will send it back to you.